that the La Crosse Fire Department will be hosting more training for nearby communities in May about flammable liquids on rails as well as on trucks. Yet, this isn't enough. Some of the news is good, some of it falls short. Railroad officials say there is little or even no need for tighter regulation. They argue that the industry has made big investments in recent years to upgrade tracks and that train safety has improved. We say that it is important to remember that much in place now is voluntary only and that sanctions are small and far between. The public needs to demand legislative guidelines that have the force of law behind them and to punish for violations. We need to hold the rail industry to their promises, and we must also hold our legislators accountable to advocate for us because, quite frankly, there are competing interests for their time and also immense pressures from oil and gas industry lobbies. Carolyn Jenkins now is going to summarize the permit process and introduce the video that we'll be seeing very shortly. Thank you very much.
Welcome and happy Earth Day. Kind of fitting that we're here today talking about the environment and safety and our health. I'm going to do some direct reading, I'm going to do some paraphrasing, but working and learning about this permitting process has been quite a challenge. And it's been very challenging due to the fact that there's a lot of overlap of state and federal agencies with some of our local city and county permits as well. I'm going to start out with the DNR. Carrie Olson provided this statement for us. On February 21st, 2014, BNSF Railroad submitted a permanent application to the DNR Waterway and Wetland Program to construct a bridge over the La Crosse River and to discharge fill material into the La Crosse River Marsh for construction of a second railroad track adjacent to the existing BNSF track. The anticipated impacts on the BNSF right-of-way includes filling approximately 7.28 acres of emergent wetland with a 4-mile-long new track line on the west side of the existing track and a 1-mile access road for maintenance on the east side of the existing track from Gillette Street to River Valley Drive. 4 bridges will be constructed adjacent to the existing rail bridges, 1 over the La Crosse River and 3 in the La Crosse River Marsh to maintain wetland hydrology and flood equalization. On March 25th, 2014, the DNR Waterways and Wetland Program wrote a Notice of Incompleteness letter to BNSF, which detailed multiple items missing from the application. In the letter, the DNR requested that BNSF expand their review of the project alternatives to minimize wetland impacts, provide verification that wetland mitigation bank credits or other proof of compensatory mitigation has been secured, and to provide detailed construction site plans in order to fully evaluate the project. Once additional information is provided to the DNR that satisfies state requirements, a public notice with a 30-day public comment period will occur. Requests to hold a public informational hearing can be made by the public or by the applicant within 20 days after the public notice is published on the DNR's website. A public informal hearing must be noted prior to holding the meetings and provides an additional 10-day public comment period after the meeting is held. Other DNR requirements, the DNR is also having a regional floodplain engineer look at the plans. The model is currently being reviewed and will likely be completed shortly. There's another permit, the DNR Stormwater Construction Site Permit, which BNSF has not applied for yet. And along with the other permits, there's the Chapter 30 Waterway Bridge Permit, Water Quality Certification, and DNR Stormwater Construction Site Permits. All these are on hold until further information is given to the DNR by BNSF. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers provided some of the statement by David Studinsky. They received the application for the project and are in the process of preparing our public notice for consideration under the Section 404 permit of the Clean Water Act for the discharge or fill material into waters of the United States. When the notice is issued, individuals identified as adjacent property owners will be notified by regular mail that the notice is available for review. We will also be able to check on the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers website. The notice will be posted for 30 days, and all comments will be accepted during that time. I think it's encouraging to us, too, that both these agencies provide opportunity for public input, and it's up to us to be there and to give them some public input. The County of La Crosse requires 2 permits, the floodplain permit, and there's a special exemptions permit. And there's also going to be a hearing this coming Monday, April the 28th. The City of La Crosse has a land disturbance permit, which is basically dealing with construction site storm runoff, and they also have a floodplain permit. Both those are awaiting for further development from the DNR, who are waiting for further information from BNSF. So in summary, we're trying to hold our agencies to high standards, though we have been discouraged with one of the most recent deregulations on April 1st, 2014 by Chapter NR 150 of Wisconsin Administrative Codes. No longer are environmental assessments or environmental impact statements required. There has been a deregulation. We wish that weren't the case, but understand that alternative assessments will be made when further information arrives from BNSF. So there's much to do. We need BNSF to hear our voice. All of us sitting in this room tonight can make things happen. We're going to tell you more about that following the video, but right now there's a short video about a community just like us. They're from New York. And after the video, we will hear your comments and concerns. Thank you.
Fred, can you get the lights over there?